Hey y'all, welcome back to the show. Of course, you cannot visit San Antonio without taking a trip down the historic Riverwalk, but further down is the San Antonio Museum of Art, a destination that promises to whisk you around the world, packed with 5,000 years worth of art, people, and culture. So we decided to visit the San Antonio Museum of Art to learn a bit more about the history of us all. Hey everyone, we're here at the San Antonio Museum of Art, a comprehensive collection of all different kinds of creations from all around the world and all housed right here in this former Lone Star Brewery. But before we explored the museum, we met up with our tour guide, Tatiana. This is a new way of interviews and way of life for all of us right now. So thank you for allowing us to come out here.
Well, first of all, welcome. We're so happy that you're here and that you've made it out.
So what can we find inside the San Antonio Museum of Art?
You know, the San Antonio Museum of Art opened in the 80s in what was originally the Lone Star Brewery. And what we house here in this building is over 5,000 years of art from all over the world. So we have a really incredible collection and scope. We have art from Asia, we have ancient Mediterranean, so Greek and Roman statues, Latin American. We have a fantastic contemporary collection, American art, oceanic art, European art. You name it, we've got it.
I need a pro tip. Is there a method to the madness when coming inside? Should we start at one section first?
So personally, I love getting lost in museums. I mean, that's kind of a fun way, just meander. You know, you discover new little corners that maybe you missed. You know, there's something kind of charming and wonderful about getting lost in a museum, for sure.
There are over a dozen exhibits inside the San Antonio Museum of Art. So to get us started, we took the elevators to travel through time and countries. What is this fun, vibrant piece right here?
Sure, so this is a Tibetan medicine Buddha mandala. And what it is thousands, millions of tiny little grains of sand.
This is sand?
This is sand, yeah. And you know, traditionally, at the end of the ceremony, they let the grains of sand blow away, but we have the extraordinary privilege of having one of these. We are one of 4 museums to actually have a mandala. And we actually had to get special permission from the Dalai Lama to be able to keep this work intact.
Definitely proud San Antonian right now. All right, so where are we now?
So we're in our Spanish Colonial gallery, and this particular gallery is really special because, you know, we have this gorgeous altar, and it's made to evoke the feeling of actually being inside of a church.
So we took Tatiana's advice and decided to get lost inside the museum. Wow, look at all of these chalices and crowns. You know, it reminds me of growing up Catholic and going to Catholic school and going to church every Friday and Sunday with my family. It's just bringing it all back home. Okay, so we had to come check out the Statue of Athena, who is the goddess of arts and crafts and war, because all of those things, you know, match together for sure. I love her, Athena. Coming up next, we finish off our day at an Italian restaurant owned by a celebrity chef when YOLO Texas returns. Hey y'all, welcome back to the show where we're at the San Antonio Museum of Art and had to check out Tre Trattoria, a restaurant located adjacent to the building that is the brainchild of celebrity chef Jason Dady. A restaurant on the campus of a museum.
Right.
Great concept. Whose idea was it?
Yeah, you know, we actually tried to come here quite a few times, 5 or 6 years ago, and we just kind of trying to figure it out. It is unique because you're coming to a museum and trying to figure out exactly what people want.
Yeah.
And we were fortunate that they just kept calling, and we kind of finally said, yeah, we've got to do this because the building is just so freaking amazing. You know, for me, Tre Trattoria is about being just really good, authentic Tuscan Italian.
Okay.
And people will say, what does that mean? And I don't even know that I have the right answer. But just, things that are authentic, things that are simple, things that are clean. We make all of our own pastas.
Why Texas and why San Antonio of all places to really call home and make a name for yourself?
Yeah, I moved here in 2001. I was a 24-year-old chef that probably really didn't know what I was doing at the time, but we just felt like San Antonio was a market that we could, grow, that we could raise a family in, and we just love the small town and the heritage and the culture of this city. It's really unparalleled. For us, we call it home.
All that talk about food has definitely made us hungry, and the kitchen is heating up, so it's time for a taste test. All right, Chef Margot, it already smells wonderful. So
Awesome,
what do we
good.
have right in front of us?
Okay, so this is our classic Bolognese dish. It's a classic dish with pork, veal, and ground beef, finished with some fresh tomatoes, fresh herbs, and then finished with some Parmesan.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and what is this puffy ball of goodness?
This
right in
is
front of
our
us?
pull to order fresh mozzarella. We finish it with some sea salt and some fresh olive oil served with some roasted garlic bread.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so start here first, move on to the dish.
Yeah, you definitely want to start with the mozzarella. It's
Okay.
our #1 seller. That's what most of our guests start with.
I'm trying to do this as ladylike as possible.
Just go in there with your knife.
All right.
And that is our mozzarella.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome. We finish it with some fresh grated Parmesan. This is our actual Bolognese is kind of stewed for a couple hours. Campanelli pairs very well with our Bolognese. So, bon appetit.
Oh my
And that is our Tre Trattoria Bolognese.
The homemade pasta is like out of this world good. When I think museum, I never think, oh, what am I going to eat or how am I going to make this a date besides just going to the museum?
Right,
but
right,
now you
absolutely.
can merge the two. You don't have to go very far, just
You
a
have-
hop, skip, and a jump away.
You have a day date and you have a lunch date all in one sitting.
Rolled in
It's
one.
perfect.
Oh my goodness. All right, so from the San Antonio Museum of Art to culinary art, it is all just one great experience here in San Antonio. A special thank you to Chef Dady, Chef Margot, and their team for creating such masterpieces with their dishes. They're truly artists at what they do, and I am seriously full, so I'm gonna go walk it off at the Riverwalk, and I'll call it a day. See ya. To plan your museum visit and date night at Tre, head on over to the links provided below.